Hello, thank you for tuning in. This video we are going to discuss about who moved my role to AI. You guys must have already listened or you guys have heard about or you guys have read about who moved my cheese. That was the story written long time ago. It's a very nice story. You guys can take a look and read it when you get a chance. The concept of who moved my cheese. So I will tell you the story pretty quickly. Three mice lived in one place as friends, and there were nice stores and the bakery nearby. They were enjoying with all the cheese every day, and they were very happy. So after some time, the business was not doing good and the stores were not doing great. They moved from that place to some other place where they can actually attract more customers. So these three mice were happily enjoying every day cheese and other great things. Then they started worrying about who moved my cheese. So the two mice, two of them decided we are going to move. But out of three, one decided I'm going to stay. All three of them discussed we can smell it and find the place where these stores are moved. And one was stubborn and it said, no, I'm not moving. I'm going to stay. So two of them moved and they were looking for the place where exactly they moved through this smelling the gift they got. So finally they found the place after a few days where the stores were moved and where they can find even more better place than the place they had with more cheese, more food, more entertainment. The one mouse stayed back and it was every day starving, no food to survive, and it was so stubborn, it doesn't like to move. So then it's becoming the weaker and the weaker every day. Then one day it decided, okay, if I stay here, I'm going to die. Let me move and find the place where my friends went. The other two mice they left few days ago. They took only a couple of days to reach that place. But the one is very weak now, the third one. It took a little longer. Finally, it found the place where it can actually live and enjoy. So when it reached that place, his friends saw him and they were very happy. And all three of them enjoying and living together when they moved to the new place. The same concept here. Who moved my role to AI? Whether it's a developer role, whether it's an analyst role, whether it is any kind of role, right? So now the role is not moving to AI. The role is giving the better opportunity and the better way to produce the code, the better way to produce the document, the better way to tell the story, and quicker way to complete with a cleaner way. So that is the concept. Who moved my cheese? Who moved my role to AI? So the person now, whoever and whatever the field, whatever they are doing, they have to actually now, it's an opportunity for them to change their perspective and apply the AI skills, whatever they are doing, whether it is a testing job, whether it's a developer job, whether it's a document creation, whether it is any support person. So now everyone's job is going to be more valued. It will have more value and you can do the job much quicker and better and sleep well. So that is the concept. Nobody is going to move your job. AI is not going to replace everyone's job. That is not true. I have 24 years of experience in the IT and I am doing all kind of role, all the way from the developer to the director level. And I am very hands-on and focusing on delivering the high quality product, high quality process, high quality services in the IT field for any industry. I hope you understood what is the concept of who moved my role to AI. Same concept. Who moved my cheese? Exactly same concept. So we are going to talk about this a little bit more, and you understand who is moving the role, whatever kind of role to AI. You can understand that. So we will go a little bit further. So before that, I already have some of the most important videos you can look at. So some of things talks about how you can set up your Python environment. So we are going to talk about everything in Python now, mainly for all the AI and the data AI and the agent, all the related one. So you can look at the video 1, video 2, video 3, and video 4. This will actually give you the basic idea about, in case if you are a beginner, about how to use your development environment. Let's jump on right now to the visual code. If you look at the visual code here, right? So we actually talked about in one of the videos, you can look at the first video, the one actually I was showing in the first video. We already talked about how you can actually set up your Visual Studio code, about the environment and what you need to install initially to set up all your extensions. Just please visit that video and it will give you clear sense about what all is required. So here, if you go, I don't have anything here, right? SRC folder is nothing. The only thing I have is the environment, and some of the scripts are required for the environment to run. So let me actually take quickly a prompt. The prompt I already prepared. Let me take it quickly and we can further go in detail to understand who moved your AI role. Who moved your role to AI, right? Whether AI role is going to help you or the AI role is going to take over your job. Just listen to this video and take a look at the steps. Let's create a file, one Python file quickly here. I'll call this as regex.py. Regex is nothing but regular expression. So let's actually ask the agent to generate the code. If you have seen my previous videos, or you can visit the video, I already have an agent I created. The agent name is called Pluto Code Developer Agent, and it does several things. So this agent, let's actually go and create the code. So this agent is using the Claude, the model it is using. I already have a prompt. You can look at the prompt I actually created here. Write a Python code to validate customer information using the regular expressions, fields to validate phone number, social security number, date of birth, first name, last name, address. Include try, except, and finally blocks. Log exceptions using a logger to a file. Keep the code clean, reusable, and well structured. See, this one actually explains the overall about how the code has to be. We'll talk about it. You just give this information, right? So let's run it and ask the agent to generate the code. It is generating the code. It will take quickly, couple of seconds, not longer. I don't want to pass the video. Then you can see in live what exactly it is doing. Look at here, the code is generated. I am going to tell, keep this code. So when I say keep this code, the code is added to the file we just created, regex.py. Look at this code, how beautifully it created. This code, it took less than a minute to create in such a beautiful and a cleaner way with object-oriented concept. We told, make sure the code is reusable, clean. And we also said, make sure the try, catch blocks are available, right? To capture anything. So to write this kind of code for a developer, it will take at least, for even a professional experienced developer, to type all these things, it will take at least an hour or two. But this code generated in less than 1 minute when you give the proper prompt. When you tell the prompt, clearly it knows how to generate the code. So now think about it. Whether the developer role is going to be replaced by AI? No. The developer role is going to add more value. That means for the developer, it created the code. Now the developer has time to move on working on other tasks. The developer is not required to spend more time on this. The developer keep asking to generate as more and focus on more and more the process and the strategy and the use cases and the requirement. That is the value, right? So you can see the overall how it's done. Let's do quickly. Whatever the code just now it's created, which is this one, regex, let's compile it and run it, whether it really works without even you do anything. Let's clear the screen. Let's go to the directory. Sorry, I misspelled. Go to the directory. .env. If you go inside, you will see src. If you go inside, you will see only one file exactly here, regex.py. Let's run this, compile and run this using Python. See, now it actually executed. What it did, whatever is provided in the main class, from the main, it is instantiating and passing the value, all these phone numbers, blah, blah, those things, right? So once it is passing the value, you can actually see, validate the customer, right? And then validate the field and the initialization and the self patterns and all. Once it's actually do the customer validator and it is invoking this, the validator. So it says the phone number provided with the 3 digits, this is the proper phone number. That's why it says the phone is true. The SSN provided, SSN is nothing but in US social security number. That is actually exactly in this format. It says true. And the date of birth, the month and the day and the year, it says true. The first name, yeah, the name is string. The last name is string. The address, yeah, the address looks good. So that's why it says everything is true. Let's make something wrong here. Let's say the day here will provide the day 3 digits. So whatever, the date of birth, we are actually changing it to 3 digits. Let's save it and run it again. So now you see here the date of birth. It said date of birth in the previous time as true. Now it says date of birth is false. You can enhance the code the way you want, but the code is generated very clean. So it shows now it is false. It is not correct. So that's why when it's generated the code, it generated the code in such a way that the code is very well clearly written, right? So let's enhance this code quickly. Let's enhance quickly this code. Then you will see how quickly it will enhance. So here in the agent, in the chart section, I selected the regex.py, which is this. I will mention here what else my agent can do. So I will tell my agent, I will just type add zip code as well with the same structure and the constraints. See, if you look at here, we don't have zip code. So zip code is nothing but a postal code. In US, we call it zip code. So let me actually ask the agent to add this piece of information. And also you can look up here, there is no zip, phone, social security, date of birth, first name. It actually has a regular expression. It accepts the phone number 0 to 9 with some dash, right? These are called regular expressions. It returns the SSN format and how the date of birth should be. That's it. So if you give something special character, it won't accept, it will reject. So let's ask now the agent, hey, the zip is missing. Can you add the zip to the code? Let's see what it does. Let me leave it, the video running, so that way you will see what exactly it is doing. It read the regex. It's need to add the zip code. replacing the 5 lines, 14 lines, 16th, blah, blah. It's analyzing. And finally, it's going to reason it, prepare it, and add it. See, now it added the zip code. And if you come down, it added zip code as well here. And it's passing the zip code. Actually, in US, there are 5 digits. That's why it kept 5. It will ask you whether you want to keep it or undo. I will keep it. Now, look, in less than a minute, it added the code as well, whatever we need. And it added wherever it's required to add perfectly, right? So now, let's quickly run the program. So now you can see here, initially you were seeing, let me expand this little. Initially you were not seeing after the address, nothing else. Now after the address, it added zip code as true, right? Now the zip code, it's expecting the numbers. Now let's put some character. So now you see what happens. See, now if you go up, the zip code is expecting only the numbers, something like this in this format. So let's do Control S, or you can do save all, or you can do save. So now let me run it. So now if you see the zip code, here it said zip code is true, it says zip code is false. Either you can write a log expression or you can capture the way you want. So now you decide how quickly it is helping you as a developer to write the code much faster than instead of you sit down and write the code from the scratch. So that means now AI assistant or AI agent is going to be your assistant, your co-developer. It's not replacing anyone's job. It's going to help. It's going to deliver the things faster, cleaner, and the code can go to the production much faster, much quicker for the time and the money spent for the particular piece of product. So let me show you one more thing. So the document, I asked the agent generate the document in the PowerPoint slides for the presentation. So it nicely generated this document for one of the prompt I provided so quickly. So this created so quickly this document. Today you can look at how nicely it actually, the information I provided, how nicely it's organized and created. You can go ahead and modify this document the way actually you are looking to update. See, this one is going to give you tons of value, right? This is giving you value like you don't need to actually spend time on formatting and time spent on the typing and finding the information and documenting. So now since it's already documented, even you can ask the agent to further optimize this document. You can ask n number of times. Let's say I have around 20 slides. You can ask agent, hey, can you make this 20 slides to 8 slides or 4 slides? Optimize the content and don't actually put a lot of things in the same slide, right? So this helps. See how quickly it's created the documentation. You can replace the image you want, or you can ask what the background you want, what the color you want, what the font size you want. You can give everything within the prompt itself. You can create a markdown document as a prompt. You just tell everything in one place as a story. It will create it for you. Now you tell me whether your role is moving to AI, whether your role is going to be replaced by AI. No way. No need to worry about your role or my role is going to be replaced by AI. My role and your role and everyone's role is going to be better and help us to do our job faster, quicker, and no technical debt in the in the product we develop. I hope actually you understood. If you have any questions, feel free to actually put a comment on the video. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in for the great videos coming along.